Give me a top three states, the best three states and the worst three states from Exactimate perspective. Your business is like, where would you, top three states you would open your Wilson Roofing Company, and top three states you would be like, it's too hard here, I'm not gonna go there.
All right, let's do top three. I would say Texas. And people are like, why? You don't have to have a GC license in Texas. That's great. It's like the Wild West out there. So if there isn't a rule in place, I'm pretty good at arguing, that, hey, this rule doesn't exist, but here's what I'm doing and here's why I'm a professional. It's just easier to operate somewhere where you're not tied by laws, by what's going on in politics, all of that. So Texas, I used to say Colorado, but there's some weird stuff going on with this last storm in Colorado that we're seeing. Again, politics are coming to play. Some stuff is coming out of the woodwork that's making it much harder in Colorado than it used to be. You asked me if 3 years ago, that question, I'd be like, Colorado would be my top state, right?
Not
So
anymore.
they're up there, but I would need to see how things shake out. It depends on what legislature is going to be passed and some of the other things that are going on over there. From what I'm hearing, boots on the ground. And then I'd say like the Carolinas, they're pretty cool over there. They're pretty lax with, not lax, don't get me wrong. They just don't hog tie the contractor with a bunch of regulation and craziness. That could be good and bad, right? Because we like rules to abide by. But top three or bottom three
Hold on.
states.
Did you
Sorry,
say lax? Is it like from relax? I never heard of the word before.
yeah, like I don't know. I'm from New Mexico. I don't feel like I have that many weird words.
Lax.
Like relaxed. Yeah.
Okay, lax.
They're more relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned a word today. I learned something. Slang. All right. Worst states?
Sorry, Florida. Right now, Florida is just a mess. I feel so bad for the policyholders in that state. They are really getting the runaround.
What's your take on insurance crisis there? Like, is it legit?
so-
Is it made up? Is it BS?
Wow, that's a good question too. That's always the real. It's like, what's the real that's going on, right? It feels like they are very highly favoring the insurance companies. We work all throughout the U.S., so it's hard for me to really dig in, find the exact right way to do the claim in Florida right now. But like it's that regulation piece, right? Like what they're telling the contractors to do and then what the insurance companies are allowed to do is just wackadoodle. It's happening so rapidly that to keep up with all of that, it's like that's like your third job, just to figure out what you wake up and what they did today in the politics, the legislature and all of that. So sorry, Florida. It used to be 5 years ago. It was fantastic, but meh. Not recently.
What else?
And
So
then
Florida.
Illinois.
Oh.
Sorry, I love ya, love the state, but gosh, there's this like auto owners there. I used to own a third-party supplement firm. I could never, ever, ever get auto owners to pay 1 cent more in a supplement. I'm like, that's your job, that's why you exist, is to come to the valuation of the condition before the loss. Like what is going on? So it's just, again, so much regulation, and regulation could be a good or bad thing, but it's just like pulling teeth to do anything. And sorry, Wilson Roofing is not going to be opening a branch in Illinois tomorrow.
Love it. And the last one?
So that's a good question. I wouldn't open a state anywhere on the West Coast.
Okay.
Out there, it's again regulation, no storms. Like it wouldn't be a good place for an insurance. That's just like a no-brainer. Like they just don't get any storms, and they're so highly regulated. And
Like
the pricing.
Seattle, Washington.
Well, anything California right now. I mean,
okay.
it's nuts. Even in the middle of the state where it's kind of rural, the labor materials is so high. It's like, how can I have a profit margin on this? Like, and insurance companies are pulling out of the state. I mean, like, why would you want to be in those states starting a company, or even if you do exist there, sorry. It's like there's better places to go to have a much easier life than the West Coast cities. Love to visit, don't get me wrong, but I'm not opening a roofing company over there anytime soon.